Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Casual Sports Report today, Wednesday, July 21st. Plenty of sports to go around because the Olympics actually started last night on Wednesday, negative 2 days to the event, but things going off without a hitch. And from here on out, we're going to have quite a few long shows. Olympics will remain at the end of this show, so if we get past the regular stuff and you don't want to hear about the Olympics, go ahead and click off. But it's the world competition, the best of the best going off against one another. So I don't know why you'd want to miss it, but if you do, that's what's going on. Let's get into it. Question of the day and your options from yesterday on what NFL player returned a fumble 66 yards to the end zone. The answer to that one: in a midseason game against the 49ers in 1964, Vikings defensive end Jim Marshall scooped up a Niners fumble and raced it nearly 70 yards towards the wrong end zone. Both teams chasing him down the field and his own teammates screaming from the sidelines. Marshall ran into the end zone untouched and tossed the ball out of bounds, resulting in a safety for San Francisco and tons of scrutiny from the media. So even in 1964, the media couldn't let a player make a mistake. And your options for today. For the question, who was the only person in NBA history to be named MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? Your options: Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Phil Jackson, or Michael Jordan. Leave your answers in the comments section below and tune in tomorrow to find out if you got it right. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share this one with all your friends. So let's get into it here. From yesterday, Tuesday, July 20th, in baseball, the Athletics shut out the Anaheim Angels 6-0. Kansas City defeated the Brewers 5-2. The Nationals defeated the Marlins 6-3. The Yankees defeated the Phillies 6-4. The Reds defeated the Mets 4-3. The Rays defeated the Baltimore Orioles 9-3. The Tigers defeated the Rangers 4-1. Atlanta defeated San Diego 2-1. Houston took the second straight game against Cleveland 9-3. The White Sox defeated Minnesota 9-5. The Cubs defeated St. Louis 7-6. Seattle defeated Colorado 6-4. Arizona defeated the Pirates 11-6. And the Dodgers had a close one against the Giants, but they edged it out 8-6. And the Red Sox versus Blue Jays was postponed due to rain, the makeup on August 7th. For today, Wednesday, July 21st, leading things off at 12:10, the Orioles take on the Rays. The first of a two-game series here on today. At 12:20, the Padres take on the Braves, and then later tonight at 5:20, they will meet up once more. At 12:35, the Mets take on the Reds. At 2:10, the Royals take on the Brewers. At 3:10, the Mariners take on the Rockies. At 3:40, the Pirates take on the Diamondbacks. At 7:05, the Marlins take on the Nationals, and the Phillies take on the Yankees. And at 7:07, the Red Sox will try and get one in against the Blue Jays. And then at 7:10, the Rangers take on the Tigers. At 8:10, in prime time, the Indians take on the Astros. The Twins will take on the White Sox. And at 8:15, the Cubs take on the Cardinals. And our nightcap once more at 10:10, the Giants versus Dodgers. Went through all of those rather quickly, but we continue to move along here. Tonight, the 2021 NHL expansion draft for the Seattle Kraken will be going on tonight at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. Nearly 4,000 fans are expected at Gasworks Park at the North Shore of Lake Union in the city to hear the names that Seattle will be selecting to play in next season as the NHL's 32nd team. Seattle will have to select 30 players, one per team, excluding the Vegas Golden Knights, who are exempt after joining the NHL as an expansion team in the 2017-18 season. The Kraken must select at least 14 forwards, 9 defensive men, and 3 goalies, and at least 20 players who are under contract for next season. Some of the top players left unprotected and available to Seattle are Montreal Canadiens goalie Carey Price, St. Louis Blues forward Vladimir Tarasenko, Washington Capitals forward Alex Ovechkin, Nashville Predators forwards Ryan Johansson and Matt Duchene, Carolina Hurricanes defenseman Dougie Hamilton, Calgary Flames defenseman Mark Giordano, and Tampa Bay Lightning forwards Yanni Gourde, Alex Killorn, and Andrzej Palat. That is tonight, 8 p.m. ESPN2. In the NBA last night, a 50-year streak has been broken and records were shattered as Giannis Antetokounmpo finally has won the NBA Finals. They defeated Phoenix in a 6-game series 4-2 after they took one last night 105-98. In it, Giannis Antetokounmpo became the 7th person in NBA history to have 50 points in a game, as well as quite a few other records. If you want to see the full list of things that he broke, check out our Twitter page at Casual Sports Rep. It's all up there. Second leading scorer for the team, Chris Middleton with 17, and Bobby Portis with 16. Suns ended up going down in that one despite the 26-point game from Chris Paul, 19 points from Devin Booker, and 15 from Jay Crowder. In the MLS from yesterday, Vancouver versus Houston ended up in a 0-0 tie. So we'll head to today's action, hope for some scoring. At 7:30, the Columbus Crew take on Nashville. And also, Miami will take on New England, and New York City will take on Montreal. New York will take on Toronto. Then at 8, DC versus Chicago. Cincinnati versus Atlanta. Then at 8:30, San Jose versus Kansas City. At 9 p.m., Dallas taking on Colorado at Salt Lake. At 10 p.m., they will take on LA. And then LAFC at 10:30 will go up against Portland. In the Olympics from yesterday, there was Australia versus Japan and Italy versus the United States. Keep in mind, Japan 13 hours ahead of us, so a lot of these events happening early in the morning. Games were at 3 a.m., so I will be also giving you schedules for tomorrow, the games that will come, or that will start before this show will come out at noon. So yesterday there was Australia versus Japan, Italy versus the U.S. Today we've already gone down Mexico versus Canada. I'll give you the scores of those in just a minute. For today of the opening round of softball, USA versus Italy, Game 2. And United States versus Canada at 8 p.m. Then at 11, Mexico versus Japan. And at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, not that I think many of you will be awake to watch it, but if you are, Italy will be taking on Australia. So in softball, Japan took down Australia in Game 1, 1-8. Italy fell to the United States in softball 2-0. And Canada defeated Mexico 4-0 in softball. For today in soccer, we'll start you out just going down the scores. Great Britain took down Chile 2-0. Brazil took down China 5-0. Sweden upset the number 2 ranked United States 3-0 in Game 1. And Japan and Canada tied at 1 apiece. Zambia couldn't touch the Netherlands. It was 10-3. Australia defeated New Zealand 2-1. And Sweden able to stun top-ranked U.S. Soccer 3-0, ending Americans' 44-match unbeaten streak. And more events left today at 10:30 going on right now. China versus Brazil. At 12:30, Japan versus Canada. At 2:15, Australia versus New Zealand. And at 6 p.m., Sweden versus USA. Those will all be the replays from the earlier events. And in soccer tomorrow morning at 3:30 a.m., it will be, Egypt versus Spain. Then at 4 a.m., Mexico versus France. Also at 4, New Zealand versus South Korea. And at 4, more coverage of men's sports. I'm just trying to go down the list, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. A ton of sports going on. Also at 4:30, we will see Ivory Coast versus Saudi Arabia. Then at 6:30, we will see Argentina versus Australia. And Honduras versus Romania. At 7 a.m., Japan versus South Africa will be at 7 a.m. as well. Brazil versus Germany also at 7:30, and they will more games later that day. 9 a.m. Honduras versus, hold on here as I try to find it, and it won't let me know who that is, so something's happening at 9 a.m. Not sure. Mexico versus France replays will be on later in the day. So everything for tomorrow's soccer happening before we'll have our show, so I will just run down the full scores for tomorrow, and then get you the schedule for Friday. And that one, a long show. Sorry for going down the Olympics list. It's going to be a lot more easy as we get farther into this one. I'll get into the flow of things, but first day of it happening here early on, more tomorrow, and the official Olympic ceremony happening Friday with more games all weekend and into next week. That'll do it here. 10-minute show for me. I'll see you all tomorrow.